Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So in today's video, I really want to talk about Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high of about $200,000. Now, if you guys have in fact been watching my videos, then you guys would know that I've been predicting that yes, I really do potentially see Bitcoin reaching at least $200,000 to even over 200K in the next upcoming bull market. Of course, I'm talking about the year 2025. So the next upcoming few years, okay, we know it's going to be some exciting times, okay, especially, 2024, because we know, the halving event is going to happen, right, for Bitcoin. Okay, so the Bitcoin halving is going to happen next year in April. So that's literally right around the corner. And we know, guys, every single time we have the halving for Bitcoin, that is where we really see Bitcoin tend to pump the most. And that's when the real, bull run, okay, will in fact happen, and that's when the real, bull market will steadily happen as well. Okay, we all know that, guys. So literally, the bull market is obviously right around the corner, but of course, Bitcoin right now is not moving. In fact, the entire cryptocurrency market today is not moving, just like yesterday. So you guys clearly see Bitcoin right now is still holding at $26,000. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, you guys clearly see that Bitcoin has in fact been steadily consolidating pretty much at $26,000. And we might actually see Bitcoin continue to consolidate at this level of 26K potentially, but soon enough, we got to see Bitcoin do something, right? Soon enough. So personally, since we did in fact see Bitcoin break this trend line, potentially we might actually see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside, maybe to about $25,000, and maybe it'll bounce back up from there, or maybe it could drop further down to the downside, guys. But personally, maybe 25K is maybe the lowest point, or maybe 24 to 23. Okay, I don't see Bitcoin dropping all the way down to 20K. It's just very, very unlikely to happen unless, guys, unless something very bad happens in the market, and then we will potentially see, Bitcoin crash all the way down to $20,000. Okay, and this was in fact a key level, right? So we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin at 20K a fair few times. You guys clearly see that, right? For the past few months. So it might potentially happen, but very, very unlikely to happen. So you guys clearly see overall the market today is not really moving, down 0.65%. And the global crypto market cap is still sitting above 1 trillion. So that's always great to see, but it's currently at 1.05 trillion. And you guys clearly see a fair few altcoins, including Bitcoin, are not really moving for the past, 24 hours. Okay, so I want to show you guys a fair few charts, and I want to talk more about Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high in the next bull market, which will potentially be $200,000. Okay, and I think that is very, very possible for Bitcoin to reach. Now, before we get started, talking more about Bitcoin, I really want to, start off quickly to show you guys this chart. Okay, so this is pretty much the altcoin chart, right? What altcoins have in fact been doing, throughout the past, few years, and you guys clearly see that obviously, altcoins have in fact been dropping. We know that, right? Majority of altcoins, okay, a lot of them, okay, majority of them are in fact dropping a lot. We know that, okay, and I told you guys many times, if you actually look at these prices for majority of these altcoins, they are literally dirt cheap compared to where they were in the last, bull market, right? So back in 2021, we know altcoins, okay, and that's when alt season was obviously happening. And we saw a lot of altcoins, pumping and whatnot, and of course reaching new highs. Majority of them were, okay. And of course, ever since we entered, the bear market that we're currently in right now, altcoins have dropped massively. So you guys can just see right here how much altcoins have in fact been dropping. You guys can clearly see it's forming a downtrend, right? And we saw, okay, we actually saw altcoins are pumping up from this resistance line, and it's just holding at this resistance line. So it's looking pretty good, you know what I mean, for altcoins. Okay, and alt season is happening, guys. Okay, it will happen. Understand that, right? Once Bitcoin is pumping, other altcoins will pump. So understand, guys. Okay, alt season is obviously right around the corner as well. It's about to happen. So that means we will in fact see a lot of altcoins pump like crazy. So we're gonna see Bitcoin pump right once the halving actually happens. And we see Bitcoin pumping. We're obviously gonna see altcoins pump a lot as well. And understand, guys, right? Not all these altcoins will perform well, okay, but I really do believe majority of them, okay, will perform pretty well, okay. And I really do believe majority, not all of them, but some of these altcoins will pump back up to its previous all-time highs and of course reach a new all-time high in the next bull market. Okay, that's just personally my opinion. Not all of them, but some of them. Okay, I'm not gonna name any of them, but personally, I have ideas on which altcoins will, potentially reach back up to its previous highs or close back up to its previous highs, and of course reach a new all-time high. I think that is very, very possible for some of these altcoins, not all of them. Okay, so that's just my personal opinion, but so far it's looking pretty good for altcoins, right? Altcoins have been holding pretty strong. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So that's that. Now let's get into Bitcoin. Okay, so you guys know I'm sort of a believer in history sort of repeating itself. So you guys can see the left chart right here was from back in 2016, and you guys can see Bitcoin pumped massively. Okay, and then it dropped. You guys clearly see it had a pretty decent drop right there, and then after that drop, Bitcoin was in fact slowly forming a uptrend. You guys clearly see that. So that's pretty much what we are in fact seeing right now for Bitcoin. We saw Bitcoin pump, okay, and it dropped, okay, just recently. We know that, and right now it is in fact consolidating at 26k. So you might actually see Bitcoin bounce back up and continue to have a uptrend, right? And I've been telling us that, many times. Once we actually see Bitcoin go back up to around like $31,000 and actually touches even 32k or even surpasses 32k, I think that is when, guys, okay, that is when we will in fact see Bitcoin have another leg up to the upside. So we're going to see, okay, what's going to happen with Bitcoin in the next few days and of course the next few weeks, because I'm still a believer that we will in fact see a 50k Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2023. So that's just my personal opinion. I think that is still very, very possible for Bitcoin, right? Now, you guys clearly see, yes, right now Bitcoin is having this drop, and it could drop further down even more to around $25,000 to 24 to maybe even 23. Okay, it's gonna have this breakdown. It's gonna stay down there for quite some time, maybe in a couple of weeks, and then eventually it's gonna bounce back up. Please understand, guys, that Bitcoin will eventually recover from all this, and it will easily, okay, bounce back up and surpass this resistance line. Okay, and once we actually pass this resistance line, like I've been telling us as many times, right, which should be around $31,000 to 32, that is when we're going to see another leg up for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, so be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there. Right, and this is the chart that I really want to show you guys. If you guys haven't seen yesterday's stream, okay, I did in fact stream last night. So if you guys didn't watch my stream, I actually showed you guys this chart, right? No one has seen this for Bitcoin, but understand, guys, yeah, short-term Bitcoin is not looking too good right now. Okay, it really isn't, right? I'm going to be honest with you guys. It really isn't not looking too good, right? But it's obviously a great opportunity, to buy more Bitcoin at this level of below 30k. So that's Bitcoin short term, but long term, you guys can see, okay, once the halving happens for Bitcoin, right, we are in fact going to see Bitcoin have some massive movements, and you guys can see 200k is coming for Bitcoin, guys. Okay, so I want you guys to be very, very excited for this. Okay, and the reason why, guys, I always jump to like Bitcoin reaching $200,000. You guys hear me, not really mentioning Bitcoin reaching $100,000 to like 150 is because personally I think Bitcoin will easily reach those price targets of $100,000 to 150 to 180. I think that's easily going to happen for Bitcoin in the next bull cycle, in the next bull market. So that's why I'm always jumping to 200k, because I think that is still very possible for Bitcoin, and a lot of people out there, and I mean a lot of people out there, are in fact predicting that the same. You know what I mean? They do believe Bitcoin's going to reach 200k to even over $200,000, right? And some people are predicting that Bitcoin can even reach 300k and higher than that in the next bull market. Okay, so no one actually really knows, but I think 200k is a perfect price target for Bitcoin to reach in the next bull market, and I really do believe that's going to happen, guys, personally, right? So that's that. So you guys can see it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Okay, it really, really is. And understand, okay, Bitcoin has already reached bottom, which was $15,000. We know that back in November, and clearly it's forming a new pattern up to the upside. So pretty much it's all ups from here, guys. Okay, it really, really is. Okay, even though, yes, along the way we're gonna see Bitcoin have some pullbacks and every now and then, right? It's gonna have some pumps and dumps. We know Bitcoin is obviously really volatile, but understand we're in the pre-halving event. You know, the halving hasn't, you know, officially happened. It's about to happen, but not quite, right? Not quite just yet, but it's obviously right around the corner. We know that. So Bitcoin is ready to pump, guys, once the halving actually happens. And speaking about the halving, okay, so we know, okay, the halving is about to happen for 2024 next year, and once it actually happens, that is when the run will in fact happen. And you guys clearly see is literally, okay, literally less than a year from now. Okay, literally less than a year from now, guys. So be ready, okay, for the next Bitcoin halving. This is obviously the countdown, and it's obviously going to happen in April, sometime in April. I don't know if it's actually going to happen on the 25th of April of 2024, but somewhere around April, it will in fact happen, guys. Okay, so be excited for that. That is literally right around the corner. And once the halving actually happens, we know, okay, it's going to be like a magnet, and Bitcoin's going to absolutely pump up to the upside, guys. So this is why, guys, even though we are in fact seeing Bitcoin having this drop right now and it's back down below 30K, you know, I'm not scared. I'm taking this as an opportunity to buy more Bitcoin because I know where Bitcoin is heading in the next few years, you know, 2024 and of course 2025. Okay, so that is that, guys. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I just really wanted to make this video to give you guys an update, obviously, on Bitcoin, and to show you guys that, you know, Bitcoin will eventually pump to 200K. Okay, it will happen. So I want you guys to be prepared for that, right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give a thumbs up and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.